Imagine driving a brand new Tesla Model 3 off the dealer forecourt this month for less than 300 quid a month, with just 300 quid down as your deposit. Sounds like complete clickbait, doesn't it? Well, I promise you it's not. The UK electric car lease market in April 2026 is absolutely stacked with insane deals right now, and most British drivers genuinely have no idea these prices even exist. Today I'm walking you through the 10 best electric car lease deals you can grab in Britain this month. Some are family movers, some are proper performance machines, and the cheapest one will absolutely blow your mind. Stick with me right to the end, because deal number 1 is genuinely the bargain of the year so far. Kicking off our countdown at number 10, we've got something a bit on the pricier side, but stay with me here, because in proper Polestar terms, this one is genuine value for money. The Polestar 4 long-range single motor, yours for £451 a month, with £5,400 down as your initial rental payment. Now, I won't lie to you, that's not exactly pocket change money, but here's the thing. The Polestar 4 starts at around 60 grand brand new, and the prices climb properly fast from there. So compared to outright purchase, this lease deal is genuinely competitive on monthly cost. You're getting a properly massive 100 kWh battery which delivers comfortably over 300 miles of real-world range in normal British driving conditions. The cabin is absolutely stunning inside. Premium Scandinavian design throughout, beautiful materials wherever you happen to look or touch, and that signature minimalist Polestar interior that feels properly modern without trying too hard. Worth knowing there's no rear windscreen on this car, by the way, just a digital camera feeding live video to the rear view mirror, but trust me, you'll get used to that quirk within a week of daily driving. If you want a properly premium electric Grand Tourer with serious road presence on a manageable monthly payment plan, the Polestar 4 absolutely deserves a look. Sliding in at number 9 is the BYD Seal, the Chinese-built Tesla Model 3 rival that's been quietly conquering British driveways across the UK over the last couple of years. Yours from £356 a month, with £4,200 down as the initial rental. Now this is the 83 kWh Excellence model, which is BYD's top spec, long-range version of the Seal. So you're getting the bigger battery, more standard kit, and noticeably more real-world range than the equivalent Tesla we'll be talking about later on this list. The Seal genuinely is a properly impressive bit of kit when you spend time with it. Sharp athletic styling, a premium interior with proper soft-touch materials wherever you look, a rotating central touchscreen, and a frankly massive list of standard equipment thrown in. Heated and ventilated seats, panoramic sunroof, 360-degree parking cameras, and BYD's clever blade battery technology underneath, which is one of the safest battery designs currently on the market. Real-world range comfortably exceeds 300 miles in proper British driving. So why isn't it higher on the list then? One reason, and one reason only. The Tesla we'll get to later offers similar real-world performance for nearly 60 quid less per month and a fraction of the deposit. Tesla's supercharger network access alone makes that car genuinely tough to beat. But if you want something more interesting than a Tesla parked on your driveway, the BYD Seal is a genuinely strong alternative. Pulling into number 8 is the Ford Mustang Mach-E, yours for £346 a month, with £4,150 down as your initial deposit payment. Now, I'll be properly honest with you here. The Mach-E isn't my absolute favourite electric SUV currently on the market, and I'd never claim it's the best car in its class. But the more time you actually spend with one, the more it genuinely grows on you. We're looking at the 72 kWh battery version with this particular deal. So, decent real-world range, comfortable, around 240 to 270 miles in everyday British driving conditions. It's a properly big car for narrow UK roads, no getting around that fact. But the cabin space is massive. The boot will happily swallow whatever family life throws at it. And the technology has aged surprisingly well since the original launch. Ford's Sync infotainment system is genuinely intuitive to actually use. The various drive modes properly change the character of the car, and there's that classic Mustang badge sitting right there on the bonnet for good measure. Now, the deposit is on the higher side compared to most other deals on this list, which is exactly why it sits at number 8. But if you want something with proper road presence and Ford reliability behind it, the Mach-E is a solid pick at this monthly price. Right, charging into number 7, we've got one of the absolute family-friendly winners on this entire list, the Peugeot E-5008. Yours for £287 a month, with just £260 down as your initial rental. That deposit figure is honestly mental when you actually stop and think about it for a second. Most lease deals expect 3 or 4 grand up front. Peugeot is asking you for less than what most people spend on a weekly food shop. Now, this is the 73 kilowatt-hour battery version, which is one of the better Stellantis platform electric cars currently on the UK market in 2026. And here's the genuinely brilliant bit. The E-5008 is properly massive on the inside. We're talking about a true 7-seater family SUV with proper space for actual adults in the third row, not just the kids stuffed in there as an afterthought. The cabin design is a proper step up from earlier Peugeot efforts. There's a clean, modern dashboard, that signature small steering wheel with the digital cluster floating above it, and Peugeot's infotainment system has finally been sorted out to actually work properly. It's a genuine alternative to cars like the Renault Scenic and the Skoda Enyaq if you've got a growing family to ferry around. And, let's be honest, it actually looks properly handsome on the driveway too, which is more than you can say for plenty of 7-seater electric SUVs these days. For under 300 quid a month, with basically pocket change down, that is genuinely cracking value for big British families. Cruising into number 6 is the Volkswagen ID.5 in the 77 kilowatt-hour Pro specification. Yours for £284 a month, with £3,400 down as your initial deposit. Now, if you've never quite worked out the difference between the VW ID.4 and the ID.5, you're absolutely not alone. They share the same platform, the same battery, the same motor, and they're basically identical from the B-pillar forwards. The ID.5 just has a sloped, more coupe-like rear end, instead of the boxy SUV shape of the ID.4. So is it really worth picking? Honestly, that comes down to personal taste. But here's what I will say, the ID.5 looks properly handsome on the driveway, especially in the right colour with the right wheels fitted. It's got proper Volkswagen build quality throughout, a massive interior with loads of room for the whole family, and a sensible boot that swallows the weekly Tesco shop without breaking a sweat. The 77 kilowatt-hour battery delivers strong real-world range, comfortably over 270 miles in proper British driving conditions. And the efficiency figures are genuinely some of the best in this segment. The cabin is a touch on the bland side compared to some rivals, I'll grant you that. But for solid, dependable, no drama German electric motoring at under 300 quid a month, the ID.5 absolutely earns its spot at number 6. Right, halfway through our countdown now, and at number 5 we've got an absolute weapon of a deal, the MG4 XPower. Yours for £274 a month, with £3,300 down as your initial rental. Now stay with me on this one, because the XPower is not your standard run-of-the-mill MG4. This is the absolute properly bonkers version. We're talking dual electric motors, all-wheel drive, and a frankly ridiculous 435 horsepower coming out of a family hatchback. 0 to 60 miles per hour disappears in just 3.8 seconds flat. That is genuinely supercar territory acceleration in a car costing less than £300 a month to lease. Now, there is a small catch worth flagging. We affectionately call it the nauseator on this channel for a properly good reason. The acceleration is so brutally violent that your passengers will definitely feel a bit queasy after a few proper full-bore launches. But that's actually part of the charm if you ask me. It's a 64 kilowatt-hour battery underneath delivering decent real-world range somewhere around 220 miles, and the chassis tuning has been properly worked on by MG to handle all that ridiculous power. The standard MG4 wouldn't really make this list, but the XPower, at this price point, it's genuinely the cheapest way to get proper supercar acceleration onto a British driveway in 2026. Mental value for money, this one. Charging into number 4 on our countdown is one of my proper personal favourites on this entire list, the Hyundai Ioniq 6 in premium specification. Yours for £272 a month, with £3,266 down as your initial rental payment. Now this is what I genuinely call a properly Marmite car. People either absolutely love how it looks, or they cannot stand the sight of it. There is no in-between with the Ioniq 6. From the front, I'll happily admit, it does look a bit like a frog wearing sunglasses, but walk around to the back of one parked up in proper sunlight, and that's where the magic absolutely happens. Those flowing aerodynamic lines, that gorgeous swooping coupe roofline, the dual ductile spoilers at the rear. It's a properly striking design that looks like absolutely nothing else on UK roads in 2026. And here's the genuinely clever bit. Because Hyundai's design team obsessed over aerodynamics with this car, the Ioniq 6 is one of the most efficient electric cars currently on sale anywhere in Britain. We're talking real-world range comfortably over 320 miles from the 77 kilowatt-hour battery. That's properly road trip friendly territory. The cabin is properly spacious thanks to that long wheelbase. The tech is well thought out and intuitive to use, and the 800-volt charging architecture means you can add hundreds of miles of range at motorway services in just under 20 minutes flat. Worth flagging that this is a factory order deal, so you might be waiting a couple of months for delivery. But honestly, for a properly premium long-range electric saloon at under £275 a month, it's an absolute no-brainer. The Ioniq 6 is brilliant. Pulling into the bronze medal spot at number 3 is genuinely one of the most fun electric cars you can buy at any price point in Britain right now. The Abarth 600e Turismo. Yours for just £228 a month, with £2,000 down as your initial rental payment. Now, I am a properly massive hot hatch fan, and I'll happily admit I was a bit sceptical about whether electric power could deliver the kind of proper, grin-inducing chaos that a classic petrol-powered hot hatch always could. Then I drove an Abarth 600e, and honestly, it absolutely changed my mind in about 30 seconds flat. This car is a proper riot to drive. We're talking about a 54 kilowatt-hour battery, 240 horsepower, a clever mechanical limited slip differential up front for proper traction out of corners, and chassis tuning that's been properly worked over by the mad lads at Abarth in Italy. The result is a small electric hatchback that genuinely sticks to corners like glue and absolutely gets you giggling like a small child within 5 minutes of driving it. It's not just quick in a straight line either. This thing properly dances through the bends. The interior gets the full Abarth performance treatment, with sportier seats, scorpion badges absolutely everywhere you look, and aggressive styling cues throughout. Yes, the smaller Abarth 500e is arguably even more pure fun on a proper twisty B road. But the 600e gives you actual proper rear seats and a usable boot, which makes it genuinely livable as a daily driver during the week. For 228 quid a month, that is honestly silly money for this much driving entertainment. An absolute steal, this one. Right, drum roll please, because we are at the silver medal spot now. And honestly, this one might just be the absolute steal of the entire year so far. Sliding in at number 2 is the Vauxhall Frontera Electric, yours for just £143 a month, with £1,700 down as your initial rental payment. Let me say that again, just so it properly sinks in. £143 a month for a brand new electric car, with proper warranty, new tyres, no MOT needed for the first 3 years. That is genuinely some of the cheapest electric motoring you can possibly get on UK roads in 2026, full stop. Now, I'll be properly straight with you here. The Frontera is not the most exciting electric car on this list, and it's never going to win any beauty contests at your local cars and coffee meet on a Sunday morning. But that completely misses the entire point of this car. The Frontera is properly basic in the best possible way. It's got actual physical buttons for everything important. Heating, fan speed, volume, drive modes, not buried in some annoying touchscreen menu like nearly every other modern car. Vauxhall has gone properly old school with the dashboard layout, and I genuinely love them for it. It's a proper sized SUV with a usable boot, decent enough range for everyday British commuting, and a cabin that's plain but properly functional. As a second car for the family, or as the daily runaround for shorter commutes around town, the Frontera at this monthly price is honestly mental value. You'd struggle to lease a brand new petrol Corsa for this kind of money in 2026. So why isn't it sitting at number 1? Because while the Frontera is the cheapest deal on this list, the car taking the top spot is genuinely the most complete package, and you'll see exactly why in just a moment. And here we are, the big one, number 1 on our countdown. The lease deal that I genuinely consider the absolute best of 2026 so far. Stepping up to the top spot is the Tesla Model 3, rear-wheel drive, standard range. The price? £295 a month, with just £295 down as your initial rental. Yeah, you heard that right. Equal monthly payment and deposit. Both numbers exactly the same. At 295 quid, that is just under £300 total to drive a brand new Tesla Model 3 off the dealer forecourt this month. Absolutely insane. Now, this is a 2-year lease at 8,000 miles per year, which is just bang on the UK average annual mileage figure, so it suits the vast majority of British drivers properly well. Look, I get that opinions on Tesla as a brand are properly split these days. Some folks absolutely love them. Others wouldn't touch one with a barge pole because of Elon. But you genuinely cannot argue with what you're getting for the money here. You get access to Tesla's supercharger network, which is still genuinely the gold standard for fast charging across the entire UK. You get over-the-air software updates that keep adding genuinely useful features to your car years after you've taken delivery. You get that signature minimalist Tesla cabin with the big central touchscreen handling everything. And you get real-world range of around 240 miles in normal British conditions, which is more than enough for daily life and the occasional weekend trip. Performance is properly punchy too, with that rear-mounted electric motor making the Model 3 genuinely fun to drive on a twisty B road. 300 quid a month. 300 quid down for a brand new Tesla. That is genuinely the deal of the year, and I honestly cannot see anything beating it before it ends. So there you have it, the 10 best electric car lease deals you can grab right now in the UK in April 2026. From the bargain Vauxhall Frontera at just 143 quid a month, to the absolutely insane Tesla Model 3 deal at the top spot, leasing a brand new EV in Britain has genuinely never been more affordable. Now I want to hear from you. Which one would you put on your driveway? Drop your pick in the comments below. If this video helped you out, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. This has been Nick from Nick's Car Review. Drive safe out there,